you want to become a property manager, or maybe you're a landlord looking to hire one. Either way, it's important to familiarize yourself with the requirements for these professions in your state. And if that state is Maryland, well, my friend, you found the right video. In Maryland, there is no real estate license requirement to become a property manager, but there are regulations that you need to follow. And in this video, we're going to cover the details and provide more information about hiring a property manager in the state of Maryland. Welcome back, Loopers. It's Muhammad Abagosh with DoorLoop. First things first, a property manager is a professional who manages properties. Pretty crazy, right? But that's not quite the end of it. Property managers need to oversee tenant relationships, collect payments, oversee property maintenance, compile financial reports, and do a ton of other things that require a lot of experience and skill. The state of Maryland doesn't consider property managers to be real estate agents, but it does say that if a property manager fulfills some of the management activities of a real estate broker, they need to comply with those licensing laws. Or at least that's the complicated way to say it. But the reality is a bit more straightforward, so let's get into the actual specific requirements a property manager must meet in order to assume this role. The first thing you need to know about hiring a property manager in Maryland is that there are no specific requirements for a person in this role, but there are some qualifications that you may want to look for when doing your hiring. For example, professionals in this state are encouraged to join the National Association of Residential Property Managers, or NARPM, to get help with local regulations and stay up to date with shifting real estate laws. It's also possible for aspiring property managers to obtain real estate licenses in Maryland. As I've said, these aren't necessary, but they can be helpful. The requirements for earning one of these licenses through the Maryland Department of Labor Law are being at least 18 years old, completing a 60-hour pre-approved real estate course, getting a passing score on the Maryland real estate exam, having a good reputation and character. The bottom line is that if you want to become a property manager in Maryland, having qualifications like these can get you hired. And if you're a landlord who's looking to hire property managers, you may want to look out for items like these on a resume when making your decision. So with all that being said, let's take a closer look at some more details of a property manager job in Maryland that should be helpful to job applicants and landlords alike. First up, the average salary for a property manager in Maryland ranges between $90,000 to $120,000 a year. This depends on the experience and specific locations within the state, among other factors. The amount you earn as a property manager or pay to one can also vary based on the number of units being managed, because some property managers charge on a unit-by-unit basis. Property managers with in-depth knowledge of real estate technology systems tend to earn a little bit more as well. It's also worth familiarizing yourself with the responsibilities and duties of property managers. Now, these are pretty much the same in Maryland as they are everywhere else and include the following: performing inspections of the rental unit, maintaining communication between the property owner and the tenant, reporting to property owners, scheduling rental property tours, marketing vacant units, paying general expenses, collecting rent payments and the security deposit, tracking late payments, coordinating turnover proceedings, facilitating the rental agreement preparation and signings, making sure the rental unit complies with the building codes and regulations, attending court proceedings in case of evictions, hiring maintenance and repair services, processing lease renewals, providing customer service to property owners, vendors, and tenants, and handling accounting tasks. Now, I know that was a lot, but it is important to keep all this in mind when looking at a property manager. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of the big ones. Property managers must handle different activities and operations. Therefore, organizational skills and multitasking skills are essential. Since you must communicate regularly with property owners and tenants, you should also have strong verbal communication skills and written skills to become a successful property manager. Besides serving as a middleman between both parties, you must also resolve conflicts and deal with any issues that may arise. Therefore, it goes without saying, you gotta be a little patient. Real estate managers often collect rent payments or set prices for rental units. Such responsibilities require accounting knowledge and experience. As a property manager, you also have to be careful when handling the documentation related to your work to avoid errors in contracts or notices and problems due to non-compliance with local regulations. And lastly, let's talk about qualifications. As I already mentioned, in Maryland, there aren't any specific qualifications required by the state, but there are some that can be beneficial. For example, many property managers in Maryland have college degrees in fields like property management, finance, and business administration. There are also a variety of property management certifications out there, including these: National Apartment Leasing Professionals, Certified Apartment Manager, Certified Property Manager, Master Property Manager, and many more. At the end of the day, it's easy to meet the requirements of a property manager in Maryland because there are none. But as a landlord, there are a variety of degrees, certifications, and skills that you may want to look out for before hiring one of these professionals. And it's also worth mentioning that property management software may be able to provide you with some of the same services at a much more affordable rate. DoorLoop, for example, is an all-in-one property management platform that handles just about everything that a property manager does. You can also use it to supplement a professional to get more done with fewer staff members. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit our website to sign up for a free demo. And that about wraps things up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos just like this, and we'll see you soon. Until next time.